The night on planet Karthos was silent until the howling began. A circle of alien wolves, each the size of a hover truck, eyes burning silver, closed in on a trembling little girl. She wasn't supposed to be here, a fragile human, lost in a jungle that devoured even machines. But as the beasts crept closer, their growls turned uncertain. Something shifted in the air, something ancient, primal, human. And then the sky itself seemed to listen. Because on Karthos, predators were about to learn why humans were never just prey. Hey there, traveler of the stars. If that opening gave you chills, hit like and subscribe so you never miss another HFY legend. Drop a comment if you think humans always find a way and share this story with your fellow sci-fi lovers. Let us dive deep into a world where one small human life changes what an entire galaxy believes about fear and survival. Karthos was a world that chewed metal and spat out bones. Every sound here had teeth. The hiss of the vines, the groan of shifting roots, even the wind sounded like a warning. And somewhere inside this living nightmare, a small human heartbeat trembled. Her name was Mira, maybe 7 years old, lost and barefoot. The air was thick, humming with alien life. Giant trees shimmered with blue veins that pulsed like blood. The ground was soft, too soft, like walking on the back of something that might wake. Mira didn't know how she'd gotten here. 1 second, she was in the colony shuttle. The next, crash, screaming, darkness. She was the only one who'd crawled out. She clutched a cracked communicator. Static. No voices, just her reflection in the screen, mud-streaked, wide-eyed. Then she heard it. Howl. Long. Cold. It rolled through the jungle like thunder over broken glass. Then another. Then many. Mira froze. Her pulse quickened, matching the rhythm of something moving between the trees. Eyes. Dozens of glowing silver eyes. The Karthan direwolves had found her. And to them, humans were fragile, edible. But Karthos was about to learn something even predators had forgotten. The first wolf stepped out of the mist. Its body shimmered with metallic fur, like steel wires woven over muscle. Its jaw could crush a drone core, and its eyes, those silver lights, glowed like the moons above. Behind it, the rest of the pack moved in perfect silence, shadows given shape. Mira stumbled backward until her heel struck the wreckage of her pod. Her small hands shook, but she didn't cry. Not yet. Humans had something inside them, something that refused to give fear the last word. The largest wolf, the alpha, sniffed the air. It tilted its head. Something was wrong. The scent wasn't just prey, it was ancient, sharp, like fire on cold metal. The alpha growled low, a sound that made the jungle itself go still. The pack began to circle her, tails flicking, muscles coiled like springs. Mira looked around desperately. She had no weapon, no shield, no help, just the memory of her father's words. If you're ever scared, Mira, don't run, stand. Even monsters notice that. So she did. A tiny figure standing in the ruins of her ship, staring down the galaxy's deadliest predators. And for the first time, the wolves hesitated. The wolves' breath steamed in the cold night air, circling tighter, closer. Mira's heart hammered so hard she could hear it, thump, 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 like a war drum in her chest. Fear should have broken her by now. But something strange was happening inside her. Each beat of her heart sent a tremor through the ground. The alien soil, alive with bioelectric energy, responded. The wolves slowed. The alpha's ears twitched. It tilted its head again, confusion flickering in its silver eyes. Mira didn't move. She just breathed. Every inhale drew in the electric mist of Karthos. Every exhale pulsed with something older than fear. A memory. A whisper in her blood. Humans weren't born strong. They became strong, generation after generation of facing things that should have ended them, but didn't. And now, the same instinct that once helped her ancestors fight saber-toothed beasts on Earth stirred awake on an alien world. The pulse in her chest synced with the jungle. The lights on the trees dimmed, as if the planet itself was listening. The Alpha took one step closer, and Mira's eyes opened wider, glowing faintly gold. Something ancient had just remembered itself. The Alpha lunged, a blur of claws and teeth, faster than thought. But before it could strike, the air cracked. A shock wave burst from Mira's chest, invisible yet crushing. The wolf stopped mid-leap, its body flung backward, like it had hit a wall of thunder. The jungle howled. Trees bent. The blue veins across their trunks flared white, alive with the same pulse that burned in Mira's veins. She fell to her knees, trembling, not from pain, but from power. The communicator in her pocket flickered to life, reading bioelectric surge, human origin, impossible. The pack stumbled, whining. Some backed away, tails low. Their instincts screamed that what stood before them was not food, but something older, something that hunted them. Mira lifted her head. Her eyes glowed brighter, gold shifting to white. Around her, lightning-like energy danced along the ground, tracing the shape of a circle, a protective ring. She whispered without knowing why. "Don't hurt me." The wolves heard not words, but command. The Alpha's hackles lowered, its growl silenced. For the first time in centuries, the apex predator of Karthos bowed its head, and far above, the storm clouds gathered, like the planet itself was kneeling. When the light faded, silence took the jungle. The air hung heavy, trembling with what it had just witnessed. Mira sat in the center of a glowing ring scorched into the earth. The wolves, those colossal hunters, stood at a distance, motionless. Even the Alpha, scarred and unbowed, lowered its head completely. It wasn't surrender, it was recognition. Deep inside their shared instincts, something ancient stirred, a buried memory of the first humans that had walked Karthos generations ago. Soldiers, explorers, survivors, the ones who'd fought and won. The pack's ancestors had passed down the tale of the fire-souled ones until it became legend. Now, that legend stood before them again, wrapped in the body of a trembling little girl. Mira blinked, dazed. Her power was gone, leaving only exhaustion and tears. She didn't understand what had happened, but the wolves did. They turned, one by one, melting back into the jungle, whispering through low growls a new word that no alien tongue had spoken in centuries. Human. That night, across the forests of Karthos, predators stopped hunting. And when the rescue ships finally found Mira the next morning, even the air felt different. Like the planet itself had learned to fear again, because humanity had remembered who they were.